If you're looking for a luxury, lightweight camper that can be towable by many different SUVs and smaller trucks in the market that will last a lifetime, gotta take a look at this Caravel. Come on, let's go take a look. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound, and we are here at Blue Compass RV today in San Marcos, California, taking a look at this 2025 Airstream Caravel 16RB. Now, you'll be able to see the floor plan layout and the specs on the screen, but a couple quick things about this. Only 16 feet long, so very small in the overall footprint of this trailer. Also, only weighs about 3,400 to 3,500 pounds dry and about 4,300 pounds fully loaded, so keeping it under that 4,500 pound threshold there. If I was shopping this with a vehicle pairing, I would look for something with probably like a 5,000 pound towing capacity, at the very minimum 4,500 pound towing capacity, but probably 5,000 pounds to be on the safer side is what I would be going with. And while I'm no expert on all of the different vehicles in the market and how they change with towing capacities and things like that, I know there's a lot of different SUVs that will pair nicely with a camper like this, as well as virtually any truck out there in the market, including things like my 6-cylinder Toyota Tacoma that I had would have towed this fine. I'm not sure the exact specs on like the brand new Toyota Tacoma with the 4-cylinder twin turbo, but I would think that that is going to have the capacity to be able to tow this as well. Just make sure you're doing your due diligence when you are vehicle shopping to make sure you have the capable model to be able to handle something like this. It's also going to have about a 520 pound tongue weight here, so you want to make sure your vehicle has a payload capacity that is at least over probably like 600 pounds, as that will be enough just to account for the camper itself and not even like the occupants in the vehicle and all the weight that you'll add into the vehicle, as well as the hitch weight itself. Couple other things, it has a GE profile AC with a heat pump on it. Obviously you have the really cool panoramic windows on these Airstream campers, and then with this being a Caravel, you'll find this in both the Caravel and the Bambi models, this floor plan here. Now the Caravel is the step up from the Bambi, so there's quite a few different things we'll see on a Caravel versus a Bambi. You can see we have a Bambi right here. Like the first thing I noticed right away is this has a plastic storage box here for the battery, and then it's really the only thing you can see like maybe from up front here, but there's some things inside as well. So when we come to the Caravel, you have a metal lock box here for where your batteries will go. So a little bit different with that. Two 20-pound propane bottles in this area, although this could fit 30-pound propane bottles in that space. And then up front here, we have a rock guard right here for this front end. This whole thing is all aluminum, so it's basically constructed like an aircraft. I don't want to get like too over technical with like the construction and things like that on these Airstreams, because they're just so, I mean, you could make a 30-minute long video just talking about the construction on these alone. Really, all you need to understand is this thing is truly built different than any other camper out there. These rivets here that they use, they are not dense, because I've got comments on Airstream videos before saying, why are there dents already in the camper? These are not dents. These are rivets that hold all of the pieces in place. It is a mechanical way that they adhere those rivets into there, so it is ensuring essentially that those are never going to come loose. These are all watertight, and everything from top to bottom is all aluminum on the outside of this camper, including the roof and the underbelly. As we go along this side, you have your Zip-D awning right here. It does have the metal protector on that awning, and then I'll get you up so you can see the roof as well. You can see it has a white roof material, so it just helps with the overall like insulation factor there. And then you have your GE profile AC and your antenna. Also have a backup camera already installed here, and then it has awnings over the windows on this Caravel model, so this is going to just help keep the RV cooler inside with those. Storage space back behind here, you can see the bins that it comes with. So it comes with all these totes, and then this will be accessible underneath the bed as well inside, and then to latch these closes like that and will lock, so you can lock those, and it has a weatherproof seal. You also have storage here underneath the bumper, so another nice outdoor storage spot there. Tankless water heater, water connections here along this side, outdoor shower, and then it has this RV smart plug here. This smart plug is just a much more secure attachment than your traditional RV plugs, so that is another nice thing that it comes with. And you have your AV, data, and DC connectors right here. Underneath, give you a look down underneath here, see kind of what the underside of this camper looks like. And it has the Goodyear Endurance tires and spot to drain your tanks right there. Plus it will have stabilizers on it. There'll be manual stabilizers on this camper. So you can see that with that little spot sticking out right there. And then as we step inside, one thing that's really just interesting to talk about in terms of like the construction on an Airstream, first of all, it takes an average of about 300 hours to make a single Airstream camper versus like your traditional campers in the RV world that are towable travel trailers typically take about maybe 24 hours or so. So much longer process in terms of construction. The door here alone takes about 8 hours for them to construct with the design of this. So just much higher end quality on everything you're seeing on these Airstream campers. And as we step inside, there's some things I noticed right away that make this different than the Bambi model, because again, you can get this exact same floor plan in a Bambi, it's just kind of stripped of less features at a lower price point. So first of all, we have the bed up front here. So this bed is also your dining table. I'll show how that's made in just a second. It's about 7.5 to 8 feet long here. So this is a huge sleeping surface. Me being over 6 feet, I'm 6'1". I have literally about an additional foot of space laying down here without my head even being on the wall. So can lay out here really nicely, and 2 grown adults can definitely sleep on here. But not only that, this furniture here, this cloth furniture is so soft. It is a really, really nice material that they're using. So I really like what we got going on here. You have the perforated back on the backrest so air can escape from there nice and easily. So just very well thought out details on that. Put these back cushions on like so. And then that will allow us to make this into our table. I'll actually set the camera up so I can show you how this is done. So if I get the camera set up like this here, pretty dang easy to do. The only annoying thing is you kind of got to get the cushions out of the way, because this table will sit below the cushions. So you just got to push these out to the side to get it out of the way of the table so it'll come out freely. It's the only annoying thing about the process. There you go. And then there's a little metal latch on the back end of this camper. You attach those, drop this leg down, and then you have your dining table. So really nice dining table, seating area here. You have the panoramic windows. Grab the camera here. Awesome view here. You can see how you'll be able to see around what you got going on around your camper, and then you will have the privacy shades here as well. So these are full blackout curtains, so you can get nice privacy through this area. And these windows also will open up. So you can open up these windows. They have latches right here to keep them sealed. And then when you release those, you can lift up on this, and you have to go outside and lift up the rock guard protectors on the outside of the window. I forgot about that. Those are not currently open because there are the tinted rock guards on these windows as well that are protecting these windows. And that is going to lift up, and then you can open up that window. There's also a light down underneath here that I did not turn on. Let me go talk to this person real quick. I think he thinks I'm a customer. Let me go let him know what I'm doing. Okay, as we continue on, we have 2 light switches right here. Now these are dimmer light switches, so basically you just hold your finger down on those and that will allow these lights up in the ceiling to dim. Very warm lighting in your Airstream campers. It is definitely warmer in here than a lot of other campers out there in the market. You have your battery disconnect switch here, very easy to use. And then we have our storage space up through here with the JL audio system as well. Outlet there, and then you can see the storage space all through here. It also has this little cover for that audio system, so you can just keep that protected. Also has like different compartment doors here than what you'll see on the Caravel. The Caravel has like these metal looking doors that kind of go up and down like this instead of side to side. So a little difference there between the Caravel and the Bambi. Then as we come along this way, another big difference is in the Caravel, or sorry, in the Bambi, you have a drop down air conditioner here that is only going to blow air out of that unit. It is not ducted, versus this here actually has dual ducting through this camper. So you can see the AC vents here and you have the AC vents here. Now the biggest advantage to this, I would say, is not necessarily that it's going to make any difference in terms of like cooling the camper overall. What it really is going to do is allow you to have direct airflow blowing down on top of you wherever you're at. Whether you're standing in the kitchen area prepping food, or you're sleeping in this area at night, or just sitting here playing a game or whatever it may be, you can kind of direct this airflow to more directly like feel it in that space, versus when you have a drop down AC, you're not really in control of where that air is going necessarily. So that's one of the biggest differences with the ducted air conditioner. You also have the bigger AC vent here, and also not to mention it's also just going to push air into other areas more quickly and more efficiently. Storage space up through here. Also, obviously, we're noting sometimes I forget the simple basics to talk about, but your sidewalls and roof is all aluminum structures in here. So, and even like into this area here, like real solid. This is one of the biggest differences that separates an Airstream from other traditional trailers. In your sidewalls and traditional campers, you will just get a thin piece of glue on there, and then it's literally like just a flexible piece where you can feel the studs behind it. On these campers here, you have real Italian plywood back behind here with a wrapped laminate material. So that is rock solid, and it is much sturdier than your traditional campers. And then obviously same thing with the roof, your sidewalls, all of this is all this metal material. These things can last decades and decades, and literally last up to like 50 years if you take care of it properly. 2-burner gas stove. You have your little mini refrigerator and freezer down underneath here. Tiny little freezer portion. Could fit maybe like a bag of pizza rolls in there, a couple steaks or something like that. Have some storage here, your utensil divider that it will come with. You can see it's all real wood here for your drawer construction with staples that hold that in place. And then down underneath here you have your microwave that doubles as an air fryer right here, or basically like a convection oven. And then a little small shallow storage space underneath there. Vent fan for your cooking. You have the MSRP price here is $83,000, $83,050. It will sell below the MSRP price, but Airstream is pretty strict or stingy about like posting any sales prices other than the MSRP online. So you can contact us here at Blue Compass. Blue Compass is the largest Airstream dealer in the country. They have tons of different locations all across the US that sell Airstream campers. So if this is something that you're looking for, there is a link down below in the comments and description of this video where you can find a Blue Compass Airstream location close to you. Or if you're just looking for your next camper in general, you can find a Blue Compass store close to you, as they have over 100 different locations across the United States where we are ready to help you out whenever you're ready. Tankless on-demand water heater here. You have your tank levels right here. It's going to show you a percentage, which is actually really nice. If you watch my RVs, or actually I think I'm going to change the name of the segment. It was RVs are junk. I think I'm going to change it to our RVs junk. I just didn't like the way that flowed quite as much, so I'm still on the fence about that. But I'm putting to the test, like, are RVs actually junk, or is there more to the story than just this narrative that I see online? One thing that I messed up on my camper is my camper only has like third sensor readings. So what I mean by that is like, it lets me know when the tank is a third full, 2/3 full, and then full. This here shows you actual percentages of how full your tank is, which is really nice. I really like that. I let my gray tank get completely full and it started leaking. And you'll see that on my our RV's junk segment on my channel if it's not already up by now. I show how that happened and then kind of what I'm doing about it. That is something where that maybe should not have happened. However, fully preventable had I just dumped my tanks before it got completely full. And that was something I certainly could have done. My camper was hooked up to a sewer outlet and I would just let the tanks get full and was being negligent, and it was my own doing that caused this problem in my RV. So those are things you can look for on my RV's junk, or previously called RVs Are Junk segment on my YouTube channel. You have your little stainless steel sink here, nothing too big or crazy, and then it has a stainless steel faucet. Really nice looking fixtures on here though. Very nice, that extends out a good distance there. Then we'll tuck back into that space. All of your windows that look like these are going to have the pull down blackout shade, and then they just come down and rest underneath those supports there to keep them in place. It's a very nice thin blackout shade. Another light right there as well I forgot to turn on. And then as we move this way, we have a privacy curtain going to the bedroom and bathroom area, so you can pull this curtain out like so. Really nice thick gray curtain. It is not super thin and it does offer full privacy. You can't actually see through that. so can't even really see much of a silhouette through it, which is nice. Gives you that added sense of privacy when you need it, especially if you want to just like take a shower here, leave the door open or something maybe, and leave these windows open. You can feel more safe in doing that. Ceiling height in here is also great. So again, I'm standing at 6'1". I believe the ceiling height is about 6'6" or so in here, as you can see. So that is also fantastic. Then as we step into the bathroom, we have a wet bath in here, some hooks on the door. Nice space in here, a stainless steel shower head, nice just fixtures in this shower in general. Again, porcelain toilet in here, and then we have liquefied. This is a black tank treatment you can get for your RV that you can find on Blue Compass store shelves all around the country in their parts departments, as well as on Amazon. Keeps your black tank smelling fresh, everything decomposing properly and draining out properly. You have a spot right here where you can hang clothes, so that will go across to the other side. Shower curtain on this side, so you can either use the blackout shade on the windows or you could use the shower curtain there on the windows for your privacy. Another shower curtain here as well, especially if you want to like shower with the door open potentially. Does have a vent fan in this space to vent out any steam. And then the whole bottom part is all like this molded fiberglass. And then your water controls are right there, and you can see where the water comes out here. As I step into this space, it has your drain right here. Also has a drain plug. And when I step in here, pull the camera out. Ceiling height is definitely restricted. It's probably about 5'10", 5'11" in here. So for me, showering, I would just sit down on the toilet. Like pretty simple, pretty easy, not gonna be too difficult. If I want the added like arm space, just leave the door open. So I could leave the door open here, have the curtain out, and I can still like have my arms hit the curtain and it's not gonna be much of a problem. There's a decent lip down underneath here, so the curtain will hang over that lip and keep the water inside of this area. And that's how I would shower. But if you're under like 5'9", you could probably shower standing up in this bathroom. Let's get back out and then look at your medicine cabinet. Have that storage in there. And then that is pretty much it in that space. Coming over here, we have our closet. So spot to hang clothes in here. You have the light in here. And then you have a spot for a trash can. Pretty simple though, nothing too crazy about it, just some storage space mostly throughout here. And then we have our bed area. Now this is really cool, just thinking about how you can sleep in this camper, especially if you're in a little bit of a more remote place. You get the big panoramic window across here, have the awning down again just to block the sun to keep it a little bit cooler in here. You do have the privacy shades back in this space, and then your bed again is over 7 feet long. So really nice sleeping space here that's very comfortable even for grown adults, and they add the padding on the sides here to kind of fill in the gap. So really it's going to make it closer to probably like a 7-foot long bed or so with that padding there. I believe, yeah, it flips up. You're going to have storage space on both sides of the bed underneath here, so you can tuck some items down under there. Swivel TV here. This looks like it's about a 24-inch screen TV, but plenty adequate for the size and space in this camper. Comes with really nice bedding and pillows. I mean, legitimately some of the best bedding and pillows you will find coming standard in any RV. These pillows are very high quality with good weight to them, so you'll actually probably really enjoy those. And then down underneath here, you can see it has a much more premium mattress than you get standard with most RVs, so really impressive with that. And you have all your storage here underneath the bed. So access to the same storage that we saw outside here with all those bins. So you can get those from inside or outside. And then that little cubby space down underneath here. Also have your furnace coming out from underneath the bed there, and the bed does not lift up. Speakers here above the bed on both sides, and see how this opens up for your storage above the bed. Finally, we have our climate controls right here. The AC does have a heat pump on it. And then we have a dimmer switch right here, and you have power for your inverter on this camper right next to the bed. And then that is pretty much everything, y'all. So very curious what you think on this camper, and most curious, could you see yourself camping in something this size? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And again, if you're looking for your next RV, there's a link in the comments and description down below in this video where you can find a Blue Compass RV location close to you. And I did not write this, but thanks to whoever did. Until next time, happy camping and live firmly unbound.